Can you just give us a little background on yourself and what initially made you curious about our program and what made you pull the trigger to want to work with us?
Okay, I'm Tim. I'm a physical therapist who kind of branched into product management. I saw um, through multiple sources that people were doing job stacking, where if you have a remote position, you can stack it with a second and yeah, find a way to increase your income. And when I was investigating you guys, seemed like you had a pretty good system overall since you handle multiple aspects and also basically teach me how to do it since it's not just here you go and then some magic wand happens and then something happens, but no, it's like here you guys do it, so you're teaching me how to use the tools out there. And yeah, but in addition to that, you have specialists to help out. And yeah, it's like I used the tools, got to a certain point, and then the specialist helped out because Jenny did a good job. And it's like, all right, now, I'm getting a couple, several interviews per week, and also probably be over before we know it, since, they seem to be pretty aligned for what I'm looking for.
Sweet. Love that. Um, I'm curious, was there ever a point in time that you were, like, especially when you were deciding if you would do this program or not, did you have any hesitations or were you pretty just like, oh, this seems great, let me jump into it?
Well, I want to know more about it, and um, what's his name? The British guy I was talking to, um,
Jack, probably.
Jack. It was Jack, yeah. And it's sort of like, so like, how do you guys do it? What are you guys training us? Teaching us how to do, what to use, and yeah, I wanted to know as much as possible about your system and how things work, and before just jump in. It's like, on the surface, it's like, oh, sounds great. But it's like, well, tell me more about how to do these things.
For
And
sure.
yeah, I kind of follow a lot for what you said. And, some of my current job tasks, I was able to, take care of that way. And so, yeah, once I get another position, then it'll be a nice job stack. I'm ready to go.
That's awesome. I'd love to learn a little bit more about that. So what were some of those things that you were able to implement off the bat in terms of being more efficient in your current work responsibilities?
Well, I mean, there was one project that had a lot of um, kind of, I would just say, repetitive things to do, and that I was able to find an outsourcing and find someone to just take care of that. It's like, here you go, send you Excel sheet, go do your thing. A few days later, here you go, it's done. It's like, all right,
That's
send you
awesome.
another Excel sheet, and able to do that, especially while that was while I was doing some traveling. So a lot of those tasks, I just was like, here you go do it, and everything got done. Did my deliverable, hit the deadline without any problems, and we're good.
Let's go. That's awesome. And was that like administrative tasks? Was that like data tasks? What kind of stuff was it?
It was admin tasks.
Nice.
It
That's
was
awesome. That's
administrative. I
way
mean,
to go.
that's like, hey, this doesn't take a lot of brain power, but it's kind of tedious. So it's like, well, so I was like, the one thing in your class said, that's the sort of thing that you can outsource, you know, and just let someone else do it, because it's not brain surgery to do it. It just takes time.
Exactly. Super cool. Would love for you to share what has the journey been like since you've been in our program. Tell us a little bit about what that's been like and how has it been the last like month or so.
Well, um, that was, I already told you about how, I wanted to, um, find ways to take certain tasks off me for my current job. And I was able to do that. Also, initially, gave you the resume, got the response on it, and, made a bunch of edits. And even after getting that 90 plus score on the resume worded. And, initially, wasn't getting a lot of the interview requests, but was able to work with Jenny, who tinkered with it a lot more. And yeah, now it's like, okay, I'm getting some each, every week I'm getting, a handful, and the rate that's going is like, okay, well then at some point then we'll be done. And
Yep. Get a
that's
good
what I was
offer
thinking.
coming in.
That's what I'm looking
Super.
for.